This video is brought to you by...
This is Adam Boys. Welcome to JunkieMonkeys.com.
What's going on, y'all? Chris Kazama, PKZ, JunkieMonkeys.com. It's been a crazy ass day. As you can see, the day's almost over with, but we just got at the Sony press conference. We've been through a bunch of press conferences today. Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, all that good shit. And beside me, I have a bunch of my good friends. Right here, we got BG Broken Games. I've been knowing him for a long time on YouTube. On the left of me, I got Charles. He is from the Game Fanatics. I let him speak. Everybody, I let them speak for themselves. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm Charles. I'm from the Game Fanatics.
I'm Will. You know me. I'm from Junkie Monkeys.
My name's Alex. You know me. I'm from Junkie Monkeys.
BG. BG, BrokenGamezHD. You already know who it is. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all of that. Shameless plug.
Marlon from GamingRealm.com and Games and Warriors channel. Hit me up.
I'm Erica from SheAttack.com. I want to shout out to all my girls back at home. Miss you guys.
And I'm the last Junkie Monkey here, Kenny Cruz. Remember, follow JunkieMonkeys.com.
Haircuts for the win on YouTube too.
We're gonna get into both press conferences, the big ones. Microsoft versus Sony. It's been fucking epic. So let's just go ahead and get down to it. Let's just ask the big question, elephant in the room. Who won?
Oh man, you gonna put me first? See, people gonna hate me though. Man, I'm gonna say this. All right, Microsoft was. I feel like they were more consistent. Like everything they showed, there was no like real low points. I would say Sony had, you know, some more low points, but they also had more megatons. So they dropped more bombs, so it kind of evened it out. I'm gonna say it was a close tie. I'm gonna pass it on. I'm gonna have to think about who won.
All right, so, man.
You too,
Oh my God. It's over. It's over. I mean, it's no competition. I mean, body bag. It's over. I mean, Sony versus Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft came out, you know, guns blazing. I mean, they did deliver, but Sony literally just shut everything was done. When Sony showed off the first title, I gotta pass it on. Like, just.
He's speechless. I'll tell you who won. The gamers won. That's the safe answer. We had an awesome day. We saw amazing games from all the conferences, so I'm happy. I'm happy.
I would have to give the edge to Sony because everybody's been wanting Last Guardian. Horizon gameplay was amazing. That new Uncharted gameplay, oh my God. And I said Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? I called it. So, I'm so excited.
All right, I'm gonna save mine for last. All right, Charles, go ahead.
Man, you know, it's crazy because sitting in both of those conferences, the audience, you could tell who won. I mean, there were more roars, more screams, more yells, more shouts, more standing ovations in Sony's press conference. And I think that tells the story of who won. I mean, you're looking at Sony delivering games that we've been waiting for almost a decade. Like, you're talking about games that the gamers have been wanting. And then you show off, of course, your heavy hitters like the Uncharted. You show off Guerrilla Games' new IP. I mean, Sony definitely, both companies brought it, don't get me wrong, both companies definitely brought it, but Sony, I think Sony, like BG said, like Sony came out with more megatons, man.
I feel like Sony won. Like, come on, we got Last Guardian, we got new fucking Batman gameplay, got new Battlefront gameplay, Shenmue 3. Oh my God, No Man's Sky, you could actually use weapons. That was like the first time we've seen that. And then like, you see the freaking map in No Man's Sky, it's zooming out, it's zooming out, it keeps going, it keeps going.
Yes, endless.
So,
Endless.
I don't know, while like both of them kind of had like some low parts. I think Sony had some low parts that were like a little more kind of like meh. Like I've never heard like a conference room like scream like that ever.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I think the thing about Sony's press conference was that they could just say someone's coming on the stage and like give one adjective about the game, and then the crowd would instantly just start cheering. They know exactly what it is. They know exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see some badass gameplay. Like when Guerrilla Games came out, we knew it. We knew it was Horizon, and I didn't expect gameplay from it, so it got to be close to done. So did they give a release date or release window for that? No window at all. I think that's coming next year. Like around like November next year probably. I'm a little disappointed Last Guardian's not this year, because when they show that gameplay that much, I thought it was ready. It's getting ready to come out, but man, and Medium Molecules game, oh man. Oh, Street Fighter. There's too much to talk about. Oh, also, I think people are going to sleep on the backwards compatibility because that completely destroys. Was it PlayStation? Yeah, that completely destroys it. Man, but Sony got it. Sony got it.
The thing about Microsoft versus Sony is I think this E3 was more of, if we're talking about a battle, we're talking about features versus games, because when we seen the Microsoft press conference, we seen the games that we already knew were coming. We seen the Tomb Raider, we seen the Halo 5. You know, they announced a few new IPs, but mostly we seen the things that we knew were coming, and they kind of blew us away because, like, okay, I didn't think this would look that good. So, and then they announced the backwards compatibility, which all made us think, well, damn, what's the use of PlayStation now? Because you could just play this on 360 on an Xbox One. Boom, that's done. Sony can't do anything to come back from that. But like I said, the thing about PlayStation and Sony is they knew what they were doing. I mean, we're talking about 3 back-to-back big games. We're talking about The Last Guardian, which has been delayed forever. We're talking about Shenmue 3, which people have been asking for a very long time. And then Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we got trolled. What was that? What was it? PlayStation Experience? They trolled us, and now we're actually getting the remake. That's nuts. Now, for Sony, they did have a bunch of mad points. They had the PlayStation View or whatever, which I'm pretty sure nobody cares about. I mean, it's TV, right? The Disney Infinity stuff. I mean, I see where they're going with that. But I mean, this is E3. We're talking about all press, all gamers in the room. We want to see a battle, and I mean, Disney Infinity is cool and all, but we want to see some big megaton bombs dropped. And we talk about
Let me talk about PlayStation View real quick, because I was really skeptical about PlayStation View. But like, working as a TV producer, I could tell you that PlayStation View is going to shake the industry up, because you're talking about giving people, not just gamers at this point, because yeah, it's for the gamers, but giving people the option to choose, to pick and choose individual channels to subscribe to. That has not been done before, and that is the way the millennials want their stuff. I mean, we don't need Discovery Channel if we don't want it. I mean, we don't want to be paying for it. So if you're giving us the ability, the option to pick and choose the package that we want based on the channels that we watch often, I mean, that's a no-brainer. If PlayStation, they already talks about how they're going to be rolling this out to all the other markets, because it's in select markets right now. If that stuff rolls out and they market it right, I can see this being a game changer for the platform and the network in general, and for TV watching and as a whole.
You know, at first, like, I'm real skeptical about any of those, you know, channel providers that all these different companies have. I would never been interested until they announced a single subscription, because I don't watch a lot of TV. There's only 2 things I watch on TV, and they come on Sunday, and neither of them are on right now: football and The Walking Dead. So the only channels I need, what's the channel Walking Dead come on? AMC. Yep. And the different football channels. The only thing I ever need in my life, and I'm good. So if I'm able to do that with PlayStation View, then that's what's up.
Definitely, PlayStation View is going.
Talk about the HoloLens real quick.
Oh, the HoloLens. Now that was nuts. I mean, we're talking about HoloLens. They just announced that. What was it, GDC? Did they announce that at?
Yeah.
And we're seeing gameplay of it today in Minecraft, and we heard about that, but we actually seen gameplay where they have an example of a guy sitting at a table, blank, nothing on the table, and through the HoloLens and through the different camera, we see how innovative it is playing with the HoloLens in Minecraft. It's just nuts. Like, talk on that. Elaborate on that more. I'm lost for words, man.
Man, I mean, you pretty much said it. Like that. If we were to put that up, what we saw from the HoloLens with what we saw with the Morpheus, Sony's Morpheus, I mean, it's a clear winner. I mean, you're looking at full gameplay. Like, the audience got to see not only we saw what was in front of us, which was nothing, and then we saw what the dude that was wearing the HoloLens saw, which was everything, which was amazing, which was epic. So you're looking at, you know, the leap forward that VR is bringing us into, which is cool, man.
No, I agree with what you're saying. Something to note about the, what is it called, the HoloLens, is that like a lot of things that are shown on both conferences are kind of for parents, you know. So you can see Disney Infinity. Your kid likes it. They're gonna pay for the PS4 version for like all the other shit, right? Then you look at the HoloLens. What kid do you know that doesn't like Minecraft? Like every single kid likes it. But I don't know. I feel like it's gimmicky, the whole thing, like opening it up or whatever, because kids are messy.
Yeah.
Like every single table's gonna be filled with toys or whatever, this and that. So it's, unless you're like doing it on the ground, I could see that. I don't know. It's like that kind of like parental thing is like kind of split.
What would the mess be? There's nothing.
Yeah, it would have to be a solid table or surface for them to really get the full experience out of it. And hopefully it's just as seamless as it seems. And I'm about to pass it to Alex, but one thing I do want to touch on is PlayStation Morpheus. They did talk about that, but no price point, and this is coming out next year. Yeah. We heard no price, so yeah.
Yeah, I just want to speak on when Will said it was a gimmick. I don't remember the full quote from the Bethesda conference, but it's a badass fucking gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing is Activision loves money. And this is definitely confirmed. It's been confirmed in the past, but it's definitely confirmed now. We didn't see Call of Duty at the Xbox conference, but ironically, we've seen it at the PlayStation conference. And all DLC and map packs are now coming to PlayStation 4 first. Pass it down to Erica and then Kenny, because we haven't heard much.
It's just funny how the roles have reversed. Sony's the one with Call of Duty now, and all the DLC exclusives and timed exclusives, and this is huge. Regardless how we feel about Call of Duty, it's huge, and this is big for Sony. I thought that was a huge bump for them.
Another thing I noticed, besides that time stuff, was like the first on PlayStation, not just for Black Ops, but it was also for other games too. So, money's everything, right? So
more to come.
It's more to come. So we'll see who fights for what. Marlon, you want to touch on that?
Yeah. Man, I just like, as far as the Morpheus goes and the hologram, like, I mean, they're both unique, to be honest. I mean, they're both going to do great things. They're very immersive. They're very over the top. And I just feel like they're both neck and neck to me. But the Minecraft stuff, oh man, that's on a whole nother level. That's kids are going to be all over that stuff. And it's going to create a whole new market for Microsoft. But I just feel like everything that Sony showed today just let us know that they're all for us, the gamers, and what we've been wanting this whole time, and they delivered. I mean, on all fronts. Yeah, they had the little hiccup with Uncharted 4, playing it in the beginning, but they're like, nah, it's not over yet. We're gonna replay it again, and the scale of Uncharted 4 alone just blew my mind. And the DLC thing with Call of Duty, I mean, on PlayStation 4, I mean, it felt really weird because Microsoft's been having that trend since the beginning, right?
Yeah, 360.
Yeah, the beginning of 360. So to see Sony shine on that part, I mean, that is really amazing, and it's going to put Sony on a pedestal. And Microsoft, they're gonna have to step it up. They're gonna have to just wow us even more with content and what you call it, first exclusive, time exclusives and stuff like that. So I just feel like in my heart that this is the best E3 hands down so far, and it's Tuesday's not even here yet. Day one is not even here yet, and I mean, it's Sony, it's over. It's shout outs to Sony. That's all I was speechless.
Just a few things I want to highlight. First, with Uncharted, now I pay a lot of attention to detail. Now this is a big deal to me. Nobody else probably noticed this, but during the scene where he was on cover and he was next to Sully, when he was moving along cover, he went around Sully. Now, if you notice, if you play any third-person shooter, that does not happen. They don't make the animation for you to go around the character. You either get stuck, or the character gets like you just push them over, which doesn't make sense. When I seen that, I was like, oh my god, that attention to detail was crazy. And then with Horizon, the thing with Horizon that I was like surprised about is Guerrilla Games, since its inception, it's never made nothing besides a first-person shooter. And this is its first game outside of one genre.
It looks amazing.
And it looks like they know what they're doing with this genre. So I was skeptical. I thought, you know, they was like, listen, they don't know how to do nothing besides make first-person shooters, so I don't know how this game gonna look. But they look like they professionals at like making this type of game. So yeah, that's crazy.
It's definitely going to be crazy between Sony and Microsoft. I think with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is going to be moving a lot less from the exclusive deal this, exclusive map pack that. They're going to have to work on their biggest weakness, and we know what that is. That's the first-party titles. They're going to have to bring that, and it's going to have to be more than Gears. It's going to have to be more than Halo. It's going to be some new IPs, and that's what they got to work on. Sony, they got a nice little lead, but they got to keep the momentum going, and just keep bringing the games, man. And just they know what everybody wants, so that's what they got to keep doing. So just to wrap this all up, guys, between both conferences, what did you like the most? Favorite game, favorite anything about any conference?
Oh, this is hard.
Go, Alex.
My favorite, I think, was Horizon, because I did not think that game was ready enough to show that much gameplay, and it just looks beautiful. It looks like it plays beautiful. It looks like there's so much to do in that game. But I also want to shout out to No Man's Sky, because I was not hyped for that game at all. I was shutting down all the like people that were saying, "Yo, this game looks so awesome," because I thought it was just exploration. But then at the end, he snuck in like all those things you can do that he'd even show off.
Yeah, because everybody thought it would be in the ship the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Battlefront, because I've been waiting for this game for the longest freaking time. And DICE, from the EA conference and the PlayStation conference, they showed so much that's so true to Star Wars. Especially Hoth, like that map looks very similar to the one that was in Star Wars Battlefront, like the original. So they're staying true to the roots. They're making it so much better, and I'm freaking hyped for that game.
Man, I would say EA Sports Hockey. No, but really, I gotta say Uncharted 4, man. I mean, Uncharted 4, lots of 4s. Mass Effect, but really Uncharted 4. I mean, that blew me away. Everything from, I mean, even if you're just looking at the superficial, just the graphics, I mean, but like you said, man, even every little attention to detail, like the driving, all that, I mean, I had to say Uncharted 4 is mine, man.
I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be between Final Fantasy VII Remake, because after watching Advent Children, which has been out for a long time, just loving how that movie turned out, and just seeing how this game is gonna be 1080p and it's gonna be so freaking lush and just good. I know they're gonna kill it. I can't wait for that. But also Tomb Raider, because when I seen that in the Xbox conference, I said, okay, they're trying to take that crown back from Uncharted. That's what's going on right now, and it's going to be a big battle, because Uncharted comes out next year. We got Tomb Raider coming at the end of the year for holiday season. Very potential game of the year. Very potential game of the year. But that demo really showed it. So Final Fantasy VII, Tomb Raider, Yeah,
for Microsoft, I gotta say, it's Tomb Raider for me. You know, that was my game of the year, 2013. That's when it came out, I think, right? Yeah. For EA, I gotta say Yarning. I mean, it was the character name was Yarning. The game name was Unravel.
Oh, that was a good game.
The concept of that game actually interests me a lot. It looks really good. It looks like a lighthearted Limbo in my eyes.
Put that Yoshi Yarn game.
They kind of killed it with that. So. Ironically, that's the game that impressed me the most at an EA conference of all things. And Sony, it was definitely Horizon. I was really impressed with that.
Oh man. Oh man. All right.
It's all right, Marlon.
Man, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All right. I'm speechless right now, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Tomb Raider for sure. I mean, that looks. I mean, the leap from the last one that came out to this one, giant leap. I mean, it looks really, really good graphically, gameplay wise. yeah, so they're definitely coming for Uncharted. I want to say EA-wise, I have to say Battlefront. Damn. Battlefront, damn. It looks so good. Like, yes. I enjoyed that. That was really that was really good. All right, and for Sony, The Last Guardian. I have to say The Last Guardian. Last Guardian blew me away. I've been waiting for gameplay on that forever, and they finally delivered on that. And yes, those are my 3.
All right, for Microsoft, I gotta agree, Tomb Raider looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I got to make mention of Gears of War. No one talked about Gears of War. I did not expect that much gameplay, so that was like a huge surprise for me. EA, Unravel, yeah, beautiful game. I actually got a little emotional, a little teary-eyed. It was gorgeous, and of course, Unravel. Yeah, it's just something. It hit me in the heart. I don't know. I just had these feelings for it. Yeah, and then Battlefront, of course. Oh, I can't wait to play that. And then for Sony, most impressive was definitely Horizon. I hadn't even really thought about that game, but it is... Anita, keep your hands off that game. Leave it alone, all right? It looks amazing, and yeah, it was just awesome.
All right, because I think it was like only choose one, right? Yeah. Okay, so
go for it.
We have Uncharted, we have Last Guardian, Battlefront. There's so many games. Gears 4. But what I always wanted was Need for Speed and Final Fantasy 7. And because Need for Speed had like, it brought me back to Underground. Yeah. So it sounded amazing. But I wanted Final Fantasy 7 for so long. And I'm finally getting it, and it looks like Advent Children, and I can't wait to see the freaking summons in that freaking game.
Bahamut.
Behold the majesty of Neo Bahum, the dragon.
Neo Bahamut. Oh my God. Ship. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly. Oh my gosh, there's so many things, and you know you get to play those mini games within the game, so. It's so many hours, so I'm gonna choose Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We gotta thank all our special guests: Charles from the Game Fanatics, Broken Games from Broken Games YouTube, Marlon, of course. We gotta thank Erica, and from her She Attack, Ken Dog, yeah, Will, my 2 hombres, and Alex down there. You can check out all these guys in the description box, man. But you guys let us know in the comments what you guys think about the 2 conferences, and let us know what you thought was better. PlayStation or Microsoft. PlayStation or Xbox. There we go. All right, so we out. Say final goodbyes.
Peace, y'all. We out.
Shout out to my mama.
Peace.